What's up, guys? I want to thank you so much for checking out my YouTube channel. We are going to start doing contests every single month with lucky winners and giving away Young Ambition clothing along with some other really cool prizes. So make sure you hit the subscribe button below. You have to be subscribed to be eligible to win. And I'm excited to continue giving you game-changing, relevant, tactical content that inspires you, challenges you to think different, and really helps you live a life on your terms. So subscribe below and we'll see you guys soon. One new network or one new connection can yield you an extra 5 or 10 grand per month, can yield you an extra 10 hours of freedom, right? So imagine people seeing you as a celebrity in their space. That's growing your awareness. That's establishing your celebrity, which is what networking does, okay? And the biggest mistake I see here is there's an incongruent circle of influence that is not relevant to the goals people set. So a lot of people want level 10 success. They want level 10 income. They want level 10 peace of mind, level 10 results, but they have a level 4 network. And if you want level 10 success and you have a level 4 network, you're always going to be incongruent, and you're going to have that Superman syndrome I had, where you feel like you have to do everything yourself and you're banging your head against the wall because you don't have clarity on what to do next, when a network can actually give you the exact answer. So networking, why you should get good. There's a couple reasons, but for me, one of the biggest ones was specialized and proven knowledge. Imagine having the solution to your problems and knowing exactly what the next best move is for your business, right? New opportunities for me have arose consistently because of my network. Imagine having the freedom to pick and choose what opportunities come your way and what opportunities to take on and what to say no to, right? Right now, people are desperately looking for opportunities. When you have the great network and a great Rolodex of people, you have too many opportunities. In a way, you have to start saying no and only pick the great ones because there's so many. That's what happens when you have the right network. Increased influence, increased income, and increased awareness to your brand. Imagine getting paid for your intelligence, not your time, right? Imagine getting paid for who you know and your connections, not just the time you put in. Imagine learning at twice the speed you're learning now and half the headache and half the time. So for me, it's been cutting my learning curve in half for so long, where I had one of my first mentors share with me, a smart person learns from their mistakes, as all successful people do. But those wanting world-class results, those wanting results like few other people, they learn from other people's mistakes so they can shorten their learning curve and they don't have to waste as much time making the same mistakes. Some of you guys may have seen my one of the previous lives I did where I talked about dropping out of college, and in 2008, 2009, the recession hit. I already was discouraged. I was already failing in my business. I was already ready to throw in the towel, and somebody I had met invited me to a group of entrepreneurs. Now, I didn't know at the time, but it was called a mastermind. And I said I didn't want to go. I just wanted to work. And sometimes you need an outside perspective. You need to work on the business versus in it. But I was so caught up in trying to make ends meet and making sure I was controlling my business versus my business controlling me, that I was desperate. I said, okay, I'm gonna check it out. And I heard something there that changed my life. It was, when the economy's down, the money doesn't transfer or disappear. The money transfers to successful people who understand supply and demand and understand how to become more valuable in the market. So for me, when the recession hit, the last one, 08, 09, I thought there was no money. I was going to throw in the towel. One connection and one different perspective gave me massive hope and massive focus. So that's the power of a connection, just cutting your learning curve in half or learning something new. One new perspective today, one new network or one new connection can yield you an extra 5 or 10 grand per month, can yield you an extra 10 hours of freedom, right? So imagine people seeing you as a celebrity in their space. That's growing your awareness. That's establishing your celebrity, which is what networking does. Okay. And the biggest mistake I see here is there's an incongruent circle of influence that is not relevant to the goals people set. So a lot of people want level 10 success. They want level 10 income. They want level 10 peace of mind, level 10 results, but they have a level 4 network. And if you want level 10 success and a level 4 and you have a level 4 network, you're always going to be incongruent, and you're going to have that Superman syndrome I had, where you feel like you have to do everything yourself and you're banging your head against the wall because you don't have clarity on what to do next, when a network can actually give you the exact answer. I wanted to share just some powerful stories and some things that I've done that have shown me the power of networking, because I just don't think people understand the importance. And a shift's happening right now in our economy where it's shifting from being experience-based and certificate-based to now networking-based. And the reality is, you guys have all heard me say this, but I know 19 and 20-year-olds making millions right now and thriving, and broke 40 and 50-year-olds that say they have 20 years of experience, but they don't, because it's repeated 20 times, right? Networking is the solution. So you could have not much experience. You could not really have an established business yet, but if you have a network and a roadmap, you're going to supersede anyone else that maybe just has experience without a roadmap, because our plans that we had 6 months or a year ago are now irrelevant. And to stay up to date, to stay with what's relevant in business, you need to make sure you're connecting with the right people. So for me, I started in direct sales back in 2007, right? And when I was in direct sales, I was failing until I found a network of great people, and they gave me a proven roadmap that helped me make my first 350K, right? I wanted to write a book in 2014. I didn't know how. I wasn't a writer. I wasn't good at writing in school, but I had a network and it gave me the exact proven roadmap. I wanted to get into real estate and create 6 figures in passive income. I had no idea how to do it, but my network gave me somebody who knew of a company, Smart Passive Income Club, who actually charges $32K a year to join, but I got it free because of my connection. I've invested, I think, in 8 or 9 properties with them in the last 2 years. When I wanted to speak on stage, I had no clue what to do. And literally the wrong network of people told me I have to get 500 free speeches. I'm never going to be able to get paid to speak until I get 500. So you can have the right network and the wrong network. I shifted my circle of influence. I continued asking people, how do I speak on stage? How do I travel the world and get paid to speak? Because one of my network actually got me to speak. You know, what's really funny is Grant Cardone actually got me my first paid gig in Las Vegas for $5,000 back in 2014. I connected with him through a friend, and he was able to give me a speech that he couldn't make, one of my first speeches from my network. And if I had listened to other people, I would have done 500 speeches for free and probably still done free speeches, but I'm able to get paid between 15 and 25K now. When I wanted to create a course around my book, 6 Months to 6 Figures, I did not know how, but I used my network and I followed their roadmap, and I was able to do that. So that's the importance of building your network. You're only one network away from whatever breakthrough you need in your life and business. Now, I'm going to share the wrong way to network first, but you need to evaluate right now how your network is. How is your circle of influence right now? How are the people around you? How is your Rolodex? Who can you call right now that would answer, that already has the results you want in your life and business? How many people are you connecting with right now that are at the level that you want to be at? If it's not at least 4 or 5, you're shooting yourself in the foot. You're going to take a lot longer than you could, and time is of the essence, right? Time waits for nobody. So you want to make sure you're doing all you can to speed up your learning curve and to speed up the process by elevating your network. Okay, so think about right now, how are the people around you affecting your standards, your thinking, your action? If you have a huge business problem or you want to get into a new industry, do you have someone you can call and ask what to do next? If you hang out with 5 intelligent people, you'll be the 6th. You know that. You hang out with 5 millionaires, you'll eventually be the 6th. It's inevitable. You hang out with 5 confident people, you'll be the 6th. But if you hang out with 5 idiots, you tell me, right? Who do alcoholics hang out with? Other alcoholics. It's just how it goes. So you want to make sure you're just evaluating. I know you may have heard this before, but still people don't understand the power of getting rid of toxic people and making sure they have a core group of people, friends, associates, and a support network that allows them to grow. That's the first part of a network. The second part is your actual mastermind group, who you connect with. Then there's mentors that you need as well. So this is the wrong way to network. And I did this for many years. There's a lot of things that you can do wrong to make it counterproductive when you reach out to people and when you network. And here's some of the most common ones I see. Reaching out with no strategy, just reaching out based off emotion or based off seeing someone on their live or TV. Hey, I need to reach out to this person. Hey, what's up? And there's no strategy. Nothing's thought through. Reaching out just once and never following up, or only reaching out on one platform. Only reaching out on one platform. I'd love to hear too from you if you've done these, some of these errors and what happened, right? Because I've done these many times. I learned from being a horrible networker how to be a great networker, right? Only reaching out on one platform only gives you one chance. Not having a proven approach that's been tested and asking for the wrong things. Now, the first thing you have to understand is the people you're reaching out to most likely are successful. What does successful people value the most in all of their life? They value more than anything else, time. Now, the reality is, what's the first thing most people ask them for? Their time, right? And that's the one thing they don't want to give you because that's what they value. So you're asking for the wrong thing. You don't want to ask them to do anything at first. Okay. You want to take an approach of how can I serve or add value? So I'm going to give you 3 game-changing moves. That's it. And then we'll let you go. And I was planning on, so what I'm going to do as well is I'm going to give you this blueprint, this 13-page blueprint of how to actually follow up strategically and consistently. There's 3 types of people you should be following up with: suspects, prospects, and customers, right? I'm going to give you this at the end. So I'm excited about that. I'd love to get your feedback on it as well, because I think it's one of the most powerful blueprints we've ever created. But first step is be intentional. Okay. Create your list, write down names of the 10 individuals that you want to connect with and the reasons why you'd like to connect with them. Consider their strengths, what they specialize in, and the purpose they serve. Okay. Now there's categories that I typically create when I'm creating my lists. You have to have categories. There's too much random acts of action going on and not enough strategy. If you want to get to the 7 and 8 figure level, you have to have a proven strategy or a playbook. I want this to be your playbook. Okay. Networking also, I'm looking at the Entrepreneur Magazine. Networking also got me connected to Entrepreneur Magazine and got me featured in the actual magazine. This was from a single network. So there's endless possibilities when you do this the right way. And I'm trying to give you exactly how to do it. So there's categories. Maybe you're looking for paid mentorship. Maybe it's quick advice or guidance. Maybe it's a book endorsement or a testimonial, a financial investment into your startup. Maybe you're asking them to speak at your event or your summit or your academy. Maybe you want to introduce them to another person you feel they could do business with that's congruent with their business. Maybe you want to share an opportunity. Maybe you want to express gratitude. Maybe you want to cross promotion. Maybe you want a potential partnership with them. I don't know, but you have to know exactly why you're reaching out. 10 people, why you're reaching out. Okay. And then find similarities. Are these people aligned with your vision? Okay. Use kind of we use a referencing approach by jotting down similarities you have. So a few examples might be same industry, similar mission, similar lifestyle, same political, religious views. I don't know, but you have to make sure you figure out the ideal people you want to connect with, and then figure out the similarities, and then define the end goal. Okay. What's the outcome for reaching out to these people? Even if it seems maybe a little unrealistic at first, make a note of it and Maybe it's to introduce you to their circle of, maybe they introduce you to their circle of influence. Maybe they teach you how to scale their business. Maybe they help you get a speaking engagement. They're a guest on your podcast. They collaborate with you on a project. I don't know what it is, but you want to make sure that you know exactly why you're reaching out. And this is called the strategic value add. When you're reaching out, you want to make sure you're doing everything you can to add value. Now, the most common mistake I see, or the most common myth, is I don't have value to add. Okay, I don't have value. Well, here's some ideas on how you can add value or create a relationship with them, even if you don't have experience. You can share your contacts with them. You can offer a specific expertise or knowledge that you have. Maybe it's in health, maybe it's in accounting, maybe it's marketing, right? You can provide them with a new or bigger audience reach, and you can even pay for audience. Say, hey, if I interview you, I will guarantee you 100,000 views on our interview. And you can just pay for the views through Facebook marketing, or through YouTube, through Instagram, whatever it is. Maybe you are writing a testimonial or review for them. The best thing you can do in reaching out is show you've already taken action first. This will show you're different because they're getting so many people reaching out to them. If you take a different approach, it'll be more valuable to them, and you're going to show them that you're serious. So for me, whenever I reach out, I always have already reviewed their books. I've already shared their content. I've already tagged them. They already know that I am an action taker, right? So writing a testimonial, buying 5 of their books and saying you gave it to the most influential people you know. Maybe you're offering capital or an investment for their time. Maybe you're bartering services. Maybe you're creating a partnership. So for example, if you know someone that has a course that can benefit their audience, but they don't have a course like that, you can connect these two and get a referral fee, right? There's tons of ways to do it. The goal here is just figuring out how you're going to add value. Maybe it's just reducing some of their suffering. If you can reduce their suffering or reduce their headache and add some peace of mind to them by any means necessary, they're going to give you some time, right? That's a huge, huge key. So for me, I'm extremely intentional. Okay. I create my list first. Here's different categories. I define the end goal, right? Of exactly what I want. And this is a place for you to make your actual list as well. Then I figure out how I'm going to add value. There's all these ideas on how you can add value. What's your actual approach going to be? Then I did something that I'm not sure if I should have done, but I gave you the exact script that I used. Dear Achiever, I respect your time at the highest level. I won't ask for any of it. And this is different subject lines and all these things. So I gave you my actual script. And then there's the follow-up, strategically and consistently, how to follow up, the emails to follow up, following through, and following back. So I want to give you this. Instead of just continuing to talk about it, I'm going to give you this, okay? Put the link below. It's gamechangersmovement.com/networking, I believe. I think that's it. Below, I'm putting the link, gamechangersmovement.com/networking. That's what I want to give to you guys today as a thank you for being a loyal follower, an entrepreneur, someone dedicated to greatness in all they do. Remember, your networking is more important than your experience or age, and learning this will make a huge difference in your business moving forward. Those who build the right network and build the right partnerships will dominate the next couple of years. So this blueprint's usually $297. I've done everything wrong in the book. I've wasted a ton of time, made a lot of mistakes. I've gotten no responses, but finally, after years and years of trial and error, I feel like I have figured it out, and I want to share my approach with you. I shared it with my inner circle. I gave them the script. It worked. They got a hold of pretty much anyone they wanted to. I then tweaked it, continued to make it better. And now I want to give this blueprint to you. So no strings attached. I've decided to just focus all my time and energy right now in this crazy time on just giving back and giving value. So I want to be the one that helps you with your network. I'm letting you know that who you surround yourself with is who you become, and your circle of influence will either make or break you. So it's just very important to understand the power of not just your support system, not just who you're around, but who you respect, who you look up to, and who you can actually talk to if you have any questions regarding your biggest business problems. because you got to have your peers and your support, family, friends, day-to-day people to bounce ideas off. But you also have to have mentors to learn from that can consistently cut your learning curve in half. Every breakthrough I've ever had has been from two things: a network and then a proven roadmap from the network. Think about it. No experience, stressed, discouraged, frustrated, not sure what to do next. You have the right people in your circle. They give you the roadmap to follow. You follow it. Clarity is the ultimate power. And if you simplify and get rid of all the noise out there, it's easier to execute. And that's what a network does for you. Hey, what's up? And thank you for watching this video. If you enjoy this video and this content, make sure you hit the subscribe button below, put the notifications on, and I assure you, you'll love this content and these videos.